Good evening. Today you join me and Dad, short session after school. Going to fish Orst for the high tide. We've got high tide at, I think it's 7:15 this evening. It's about 11.8, is it? So yeah, Dad's picked up a pound of lovely fresh rag from Real Fun earlier, and we're going to be targeting flounders and maybe a sole today. So I've got my rig on the stand and I'll talk you through it in a sec. So a bit of backstory. The road that led to this place for the parking was shut for 3 years, and it's just opened recently about a month ago. And I've fished a few knock-up matches here with probably 20 people fishing, and it's been really good fishing. I'm thinking it's partly because it hasn't been fished for 3 years, but it's been some great bags of flounder and a couple of really nice sole over the last few weeks. So come here. The fish we're mainly going to catch is flounder, but this rod is going to be primarily for the sole. I've got an 18-inch pennel, and I've got size 2 Aberdeen hooks on there, and that's a medium-sized rag bait. I'm going to vary the distance on this one, but we have got quite a bit of tide at the moment, so I'll probably stick it in close for now. Maybe at high water put it out a bit further. So I'm going to put this out now, put it on the stand. Hopefully it doesn't take long for us to get a bite. Probably put that 50 yards out. Just on the mud. As you can see, the tide's just lapping the grass now. It's probably going to come halfway up this ledge, and by then we'll have a nice bit of depth in front of us. Let's get that on the stand to get that next rig done. Right, I think I got my first bite. My white rod come slack a few times. I'm not sure whether it's just the lead rolling around, but let's have a look. Could be a fish. Not very big if it is. No, it's very light. Could be a small flounder. And no, nothing. Unfortunately, the heavens have just opened. Luckily, it's not too heavy, but first cast come back with nothing. That's the same sort of bait, same rig. I'm going to put this a bit closer now because we've got a bit more depth. I don't think I'm even going to swing, I'm just going to do an overhead thump. There we go. Perfect, probably about 40 yards. There's loads of mullet just on this line of grass. Don't know what they're feeding on, but you can see their tails coming out of the water, look. All on the surface down there. And of course, when you just get the camera out, they all disappear. But there's loads along here. Right, I've just had a cracking bite. The rod's smashed over. And I think I've got a decent fish on. It's swimming towards me now, whatever it is. I'm going to say it's a bass. Oh, it's really going some. Yes, it is a bass. Get that net, Dad. Swimming towards me. Over here. I'll pull it over to you. Get that nice. Look at that. Smashing bass. Right, just as I've netted it, the hooks have popped out. For that. A lively one. Both hands. Beautiful bass. Look at that. Definitely a keeper. Smash that sole rig. Are we going to take this one in, Dad?
Yeah, I think we probably will. We put the last two back.
We'll dispatch this one humanely.
We'll get a measure of it and
get a measure. I'm going to say it's about 50 centimetres.
Yeah, I'd say you're about right there.
Yeah. Dispatch it humanely, get some nice fillets off of it. I guess it's bass sandwiches tomorrow then.
Well done, Chris.
Beautiful. we're just going up to high water now. I thought I'd run you through my other rig. I've got a nice Achios Conti rod, as you can see. It's got a lovely soft tip. See all those bites? I've got that with a Penn Battle reel. It's a bit overkill for this, but it's just what I picked up this afternoon. And I've got a 1 up 1 down as my rig. I've got 50-pound rig body. There's no snags up here, it's just mud. And I've got 25-pound snuds, and they're about 18 inches. And on the, as the bait, if I pull the worm up slightly, I've got a small ragworm bait. I've got the head down the bottom, and that's going to be my flounder bait. I am mixing it up with the way I put the rag on. Sometimes I'm putting it on head first and even the tail sort of dangling. Actually, that's what I've got on the bottom. I'll show you this one. On this one, I've got the tail dangling below the hook. I find that the flounders quite like that. But yeah, that's my sort of scratchy flounder rig. And hopefully, it's going to get some fish now. So this is a slightly more closer in than the other rod. I'll be casting it probably no more than 30 yards. It's just a gentle flick. Feather it down. Nice little splash. No more than 30 yards out. I've only got a 3-ounce pyramid lead on there. It might not sound much, but it is surprising how much it will hold in tide. Right, we've come to high tide now, and the flow's more or less stopped. And I put this one out a little bit, well, quite a lot further, see if there's any fish out there. Oh. Perfect. Maybe get a ray on that. There has been a couple, well, 1 or 2 coming out. That'd be nice to get a nice storm back. I'm sure that'll come round soon. With the soon to be outgoing tide. Lovely. Right, that one I put out a bit further. It's gone right down tide, and if you look, I'm scooting a little fish in now. I'm not sure what it is yet. Oh no. Is that what I think it is? Oh no. A whiting.
There's never a whiting.
A whiting. That's a bit late. What is it now? 21st of May? The whiting are in. Well, I'm going to put one more cast out. The tide's receding quite fast now, but I'm going to put one last cast out. It's not too late to get a sole or maybe another bass. Right, been a great little session. Didn't get a sole or a flounder. Had a lovely surprise bass, which I'm not complaining about, and a random whiting, which I was not expecting. But yeah, it's been a cracking evening, lovely and calm. The rain held off, and yeah, we'll probably be doing another video in the next week or so, and I'll see you then. Cheers.